is now going live. It now says I'm live. Okay, I see a little tracker. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Rise of Sturndrakal. I'm joined by my lovely players and friends, Arias and Endra.
Stop.
Stop.
How are you guys doing today?
Fucking tired.
Yeah, same. I got off work like an hour ago.
Okay. I feels.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I've been cracked out playing fucking 7 Days to Die recently. I've been really enjoying it. It's like a loot 'em up zombie game. Appeals to my sensibilities of just being a fucking goblin digging through the trash,
Yeah,
stabbing people in the kidneys.
That can always be fun.
Yeah, I've got several games like lined up, but unfortunately I've hit a weird pace where my backlog is all 9 p.m.s and I need to fucking fill in the 5:30s and 2 p.m.s. So I'm gonna be busy
Which
after
one's
the
like
session.
your moneymaker time slot?
It varies. Right now it's 2 p.m. because I was doing the World of Horror stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which has been getting just like crap load of views for whatever reason. I mean, it was one of the like series that started my channel off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just got a big update. I feel like I should do another tutorial one because my like how to make a custom character video just randomly is just getting ton of views lately. So I think I could maybe follow it up with like how to make a mystery or how to mod the game or some shit.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think so. I'm getting a little slyly burnt out on playing it because I played back when I started the channel. I played it so fucking much that like I literally burnt myself out on it. So I was playing it like multiple hours a day every day, which will do the trick, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my general vibe today. Do you guys remember where you left off last time?
We're like just about to go into like
Yeah.
a necromancer room. Or
The
a suspected
necromancer
necromancer room.
lair proper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, to surmise what happened last time. We started on our journey towards the cave we spotted. When we found it, we climbed a hill to reach it, but before we could enter the mouth of the cave, forces of the necromancer stood between us.
A lot of forces.
Yep.
A horrible, nasty vagina monster was making poison zombies, and like they had some horrible magic that was causing poison to deal more damage.
Yeah.
Are we still under that like daily right now?
Probably.
Good insight check.
All right, I got you.
No, you think after that first fight, the horrible poison effect stopped?
So it may have been an effect of like one of the creatures,
Right.
It's very
like
reasonable.
the
assumption.
vagina monster. I mean, it was making poison zombies after all.
Then he fought some more undead in the lair itself,
Yeah,
which seemed to be like
we
under
entered
construction. Right.
Yeah, we hit some big channel divinities.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We dashed through the place, got through some shitty portcullises, and we've arrived at the door.
So
Big door.
before we get into any combat, let's just take a moment to see how the characters are feeling, like walking up these stairs. So I imagine there's like a
The
big
second that
wooden
we were
door.
doing this, but my dog has to go outside. He's going fucking nuts.
That's okay.
Yeah, we can start with the
Right,
riots.
handle this. Yeah.
You're
I
walking
sense
up
we're
the
getting
stairs. Mm-hmm.
Is everyone prepared?
Chandri nods. Bear in mind you are only like 30 seconds to 45 seconds or so ahead of the enemies you turned. So, keep that in mind for the purposes of spell casting and et cetera, et cetera.
Chandri, let me top you off.
Chandri is already topped off.
Oh, that's a purifier. It's just the Chandri's so directly under that token.
Yeah. It's Monica, right? Purple Nurple.
Yeah.
Guess I should open up Chandri's sheet, see if she has anything. Where the hell is it? It's not in retired or dead characters. Why is High Priest Tenko not fucking dead character? You serious? Alright, there we go. Okay, she's doing pretty good on spell slots. Unfortunately, I think she is gonna cast this fucking spell. No, it's so OP. Oh, so not a upcast? Interesting. So while you're doing that, she is going to... did you update Monica's HP?
Oh, no, I got it.
Okay. She's gonna cast Protection from Evil. I feel like she should do it on herself, but that almost doesn't make sense. She's gonna be in the back. I guess on Sir hasn't said their name yet. Do a there we go. That's a good logo. Chandri will say, I am ready. It's not my first necromancer that I've slain, nor will be my last.
Alright. Is there anything we should know?
Nothing that you wouldn't already know.
Just fight as we usually do.
Perhaps spread out in case of area of effect magic.
Alright. I can spare some preparation magic. An aid or less.
Are there any known horrible properties of Necronomicons that we should be aware of?
They give the wearer or the user power over death and access to a suite of dark magic.
Do you know if they're capable of anti-healing magic? If so, I'd like to heal myself now.
You probably should. Another turn will pass. Dark magic often has anti-healing properties.
Well.
Plus, there are undead with auras that prevent healing as well.
I've run into a couple of those.
Chandler's can trade places with Endra.
Damn, really? Okay.
Look, she's a fucking caster. A master blaster.
Yeah, guess what? So is Endra.
Endra is a hybrid.
It's
melee combatant caster.
But we have the same hit die.
She can't turn greater invisible. Okay.
Well, can I anymore? Do I use all my fourth level spell slots?
It's a good question.
I did.
Well.
How many do you have?
I've got 2 level 3s and 2 level 2s. So, I mean, I can fight.
I have 1 level 4, 1 level 3, 3 level 2, and 4 level 1s. But my level 1 spells are bad.
Not good spells.
No. I need, like, Distant Whispers or something like that.
That'd be a good one. So how's
Wow,
Endra
shit, yeah,
feeling?
not having it sucks.
Huh?
How's
I said,
Endra
shit, I
feeling?
didn't realize. My bad.
Not great.
It's not great. She approaches the necromancer's door.
Yeah. Well, look, we fought a lot of scary shit in groups of people before. Usually, we're the only people that come out the other side.
So
I'm just hoping
confident.
it's not one of those.
Oh, you mean like just you? Everyone else
Yeah.
dying.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a little bit of unconfidence. Purifier will step up, sort of give the look.
Well, look, Indra has Dimension Door, so she's pretty sure that if things go really badly, she can at least get, somebody out.
I think
Yeah.
Arias feels confident. Like, relax, this will be easy.
I mean, we've thought that a lot before.
Ooh, we've been right a lot.
We've also been wrong a lot.
Purifier opens the door, which is very audible. It like creaks and echoes in this larger chamber. You can see some large undead sort of waiting.
Oh.
Now, initiative hasn't quite started yet. Just gonna.
Can I fucking quickly, if it's not started, is there a reason for that, or is that because you're preparing?
Well, I mean, the Purifiers are walking in, and they haven't attacked yet. But if someone starts casting, then initiative
Yeah,
probably
so
start.
the undead's orders
I
are
just
probably
wanted to
just
make a
like
fucking check for traps.
Oh, yeah, sure, you can do that. Be perception, I guess, for like a quick look. Okay.
Oh, wow.
You see no traps, however, you see on a dais in the background, sort of upstairs,
Necronomicon.
is a glowing orb.
Oh.
There's
So,
some
yeah.
glowing orb up there. That looks bad.
Yep. Purifiers start to file in. You feel like Chandra kind of trying to get in past you, Endra. Chandra will call out. Necromancer! Reveal yourself. You'll see a dude peek from behind the shelf, standing near one of the large, like, bone-armed zombies. He says, I see the dogs of Stalwick wear unique colors these days.
The light has come for you. Prepare to face death. Or whatever.
And yet you say the same lines as the barbarians of the East.
We're
A
here for the
mask, it
Necronomicon.
seems. To what end?
To destroy it.
You will destroy my people in the process.
Then let them be so.
See, he cracks his knuckles. I think it shall not be. Initiative can start. Switch the music to combat. Which is the better of the songs? Guess I'll do Field of Heroes. Whatever. Okay, good. I remembered your fucking places. Alright. The shield zombies are gonna each have their own initiative because there's two of the motherfuckers. I'm just going to reveal the whole map since you've seen all the participants.
We have multiple purifier initiatives.
Sure. If you can keep track of which is which.
Of course I can.
Okay.
Does this stairway go anywhere, or is it just kind of like falling stairs?
That staircase goes like up to like a little loft, which has, well, you can't see what's on the loft from this angle.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. What is this guy? Can I see him?
I mean, you see a figure behind a pillar, right? So 3/4 cover. See a skeletal head, sort of peek.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Okay.
some intelligent undead.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm going to target this guy back here with a singular mind whip.
Okay. It makes a mental saving throw.
6 damage.
It succeeds, surprisingly enough,
Yeah.
and takes 3 damage. Sag.
Up and over 10, 15, 20,
Okay.
30.
So the bright thing are 3/4 cover. So they're pillars.
Yeah.
The remaining things are like tables
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, I figured this was a pillar, so that's where I was going to go get behind, because I figured somebody's throwing a spell here soon.
Very
All right,
probably.
that's the end of my turn.
All right. Yeah, you'll see peering out from the pillar is a Skull Lord, targeting the nearest purifier. Come on, give me my button. You roll a Wisdom saving throw for Monica. Sag.
Success.
I think it's gonna Skull Flame at Monica as well. It misses. Goes back behind the pillar in shame.
Just,
Sag. I guess it'll stand behind the guy. I figure it's got cover from this guy because this zombie's trying to cover for it. Purifier.
Alright, bro's gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
He attacks the Skull Lord.
Alright. 14 would hit, however, the zombie fucking puts his arm in the way. And the blade smacks the bony arm.
The zombie takes damage,
Uh,
or no?
well, the purifier would see.
Oh, because if it doesn't hit his AC, I guess. What is the result of this?
Let me look. Yeah. Purifier would see, like, some cracks form in the shield under the Purifier's mighty blow.
Alright, well, he will strike at the... Purifiers get 2 attacks, right? Yeah, they
Correct.
strikes at the fucking Skull Lord once more.
Alright, second hit makes it through. Does 18 damage.
pretty good.
Alright, the zombie next to the Purifier gets to go. It slams at the Purifier. It misses. It slams again. I think 19 hits. So it does 11 damage as it brings its 2 big arms onto the Purifier. Purifier blocks the shield, but then the zombie's punch gets under and hits him in the gut. Which really sucks when a 9 foot tall or 10 foot tall dudes does that.
What do you suppose that blue man might do?
Run towards the necromancer.
This is 6 squares. He could like dash and try to like run behind the gate, stare thing here, you know.
Could do.
If he dashes, it looks like using diagonals, he could get in range of the necromancer.
Diagonal cheese.
Makes sense.
Okay. And that's it.
Alright, Arias, it's your turn.
Okay. Is this full cover?
It's 3/4 cover. I mean, it might be full cover
Okay.
in this case because he's like turning to face Purifier. It's not trying to make himself visible. But if you were to move a little bit, you might be able to see him.
I think Arias will take some half cover and throw a sacred flame.
What?
And shoot it at this fucking thing.
Okay.
See what happens.
Alright.
It's a big ass sacred flame. It's as big as it can be.
It, unfortunately for it, does not succeed. And it takes...
Ooh, that's
Jesus.
a big radiant. Jesus.
It takes 20
As big as
damage.
can be. Is this half cover? You said it's like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
table.
yeah, it's half cover. Let's see. What's this guy got? I mean, I think, unfortunately, he's gonna have to just remain within the reach of the Purifier for now. Because he is gonna cast a spell instead.
No!
It's gonna make the
Cover doesn't help me against that one.
a
of
stinky
that.
cloud. It's a 20-foot radius. Oh, baby.
It's not
Okay.
Cloud Kill. I thought it was Cloud Kill for a second. Okay.
Oh, true. True.
I was
well,
thinking
we're not
it was
taking
Cloud
damage.
Kill.
Same.
It's much worse than Cloud Kill.
It's not much worse than Cloud Kill.
Well, it depends on how many people save.
That's true.
Fuck, I don't think it can really get more than 3 people. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it says completely within the cloud. I guess I'll just put the sucker right here. So Arias, Purifier, and Chandri to make con saves. Yeah, he's gonna do this. He's gonna be
Alright,
really,
this is good.
he's gonna be really cheeky with it. All right,
Purifier's good.
Jesus, dude.
Chandri rolls 6 on her con save.
Fucking bitch.
She also needs to roll initiative. So she will get a turn right now. That will not interrupt the casting. She, I guess on her turn, she's already using her concentration. So she would have just used probably... Oh, man, complicated spells. She doesn't want to fucking destroy everything here.
But that'd be funny.
That would be funny. But also, you know, irresponsible.
Well,
she'll-
she's got a fucking Necronomicon. I don't know what more. I don't know what you're talking about. Responsible.
well, if the party's forced to retreat because everything's going up in flames and he like gets out, that would be...
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Necromancer, not a.
I think she has to do this unless she's just gonna hit the Necromancer. So let's see, it is up to 60 feet long, 20 feet wide, and 1 foot thick. And it is opaque. Does it say? Can you see through a wall of fire?
I mean,
Does it
I
say
think
it's opaque?
attack shit through a wall of fire.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure you can attack shit through a wall of fire.
Okay, 6, 7, 8.
It says the wall is opaque.
Oh.
If
Well,
it-
then you can't see through it.
Yeah, if it's
That's
opaque,
unfortunate.
then yeah. Alright, she's just gonna position it like this. Make it slightly smaller. That'd be her game plan, sort of force
The
that.
whole fucking battlefield in half.
Yeah, basically. So obviously, the damaging side is away from the purifier.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Just gonna draw an arrow. Each creature needs to make a dex save or take 5d8 fire damage. Just 14, not a good roll.
Yeah. I mean, it is persistent that I can get it again.
Okay, the shield zombie succeeds. The Skull Lord does not succeed. Takes 14 fire damage.
Burn, motherfucker.
Yep. And is now in an awkward situation. Is it safe for half?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, then the zombie takes half of 14, which is 7. There we go. Now Ritter Ironswald does his thing, and Chandri is stinkified. It's now the Purifier's turn.
Flanks and swings. A crit.
She will feel.
Oh, right, fire.
Yeah. I mean, she
God
could
damn
go
it,
for it.
Chandri ruined. I had this plan from the beginning. He had the perfect flank.
Well, she can still do it. She's willing to get a little burnt, a little singed.
No, I think not. I suppose we'll go here.
No, she has to end her turn there.
She would have to end her turn there. The 6
Oh.
squares.
Sag.
Yeah, it's either that or if you pass through the wall. Or when
Well-
it triggers damage after the casting.
Yep.
We're going here and swinging at the big zombie.
Makes sense.
Nice. Can I keep the crit?
Sure. So, the
The
Zombino
damage is kind of poopy.
takes 12 plus 8 plus 4, so 24 damage. As the Purifier stabs into it. The Necromancer dude issues an order to his zombie companion, who, with one of its attacks, plucks him up, moves him up here. I mean, it might as well just, like, walk, and then it plops him down over here. I'm sure it has the movement for that,
Is
because
there an attack of opportunity at all?
nope, because it has pulled someone out of the zone. I'm pretty sure if a player were to grapple someone and pull them out of reach, it would not trigger an attack of opportunity. Not in this edition of the game. Alright, and it's the shield zombie's turn. It is gonna unfortunately be subjected to some fire damage. Can it make a save, or is it just like no save? No save. Okay, cool. Unfortunately for it, it's just kind of being clipped. Was this the end of round 1 or 2?
1.
Okay. No, I think it would be right now that this happens anyways. Endra, I guess,
Oh.
yeah, Arias can't really see this because he's in the stinking cloud.
Art.
Yeah, the comical green fart gas.
Yeah, the fart.
May or may not look like some horrible genre of pornography. Movement up on this like raised platform here catches your eye, Andra. Above
Okay.
the shelf. You see the shadows in the corner, like stretching and bending, as if something in the corner was like greedily drinking all the light away.
Oh.
Stepping.
Well, I would say that there's something up there.
Yep. Stepping out of the blackness, which I'll just use my shadow token for, because, you know, don't have a token for this yet, is a figure you recognize. Grinball,
No.
clad in black robes which almost seem to be made of darkness itself. He takes a look around and observes the scene for a moment, and then you see him calmly walk to the dais, and he reaches out and grabs the glowing orb and puts it in his pocket. He then starts walking back to the blackness, to the shadows in the corner, when the necromancer calls out to him, "Grinball, help me out here. We've made an agreement."
What?
And Grinball says, "Our agreement was to provide you the means to save your people, and we have already fulfilled the end of our bargain, Einswald. I'm only here to secure yours," he says, and he taps his pocket. Einwald clicks his tongue. "We're allies, are we not?" And Grinball says, "If I remain here, I would endanger our future plans. Besides, we do not have much use for allies who can't even deal with rabble. View this as a chance to prove yourself capable, Einswald. Farewell."
Wait!
He walks into the shadows and disappears. It's your turn, Andrew.
Well, I would say, like, you can't make deals with the cult of Sturndrakal. They never had your best interest in heart.
God damn it!
Give up now and we can settle this more amicably. Surrender the Necronomicon.
Necromancer says, "This is the only way I can save my people from the barbarians. I cannot give up the Necronomicon."
It's Einswald, right? Where are your people?
This country,
Are they being held?
they're being conquered, raped, pillaged. You must have seen the scenes of destruction yourself.
Of course we did. But you realize the only reason we're here is because of the Necronomicon.
It's the only thing keeping them safe.
This is not the only way. You're making a mistake.
That is as much dialogue as could possibly happen in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So, it's Ender's turn. Any bargaining will
I
have
love
to
not
happen.
being able to see over the wall fire. Okay.
Look, it's a persistent damage effect, okay?
Well, it's just like I'm completely cut off over here. I don't want to go through the stink. I don't want to go through the fire.
Well, does the
I'm gonna make a
stink
beeline.
cause Chandri to lose concentration?
I don't think so. It's just root like waste in action.
Let's see. It should be like text, right? Okay, on a failed save, creature spends its action that turn retching and reeling. Okay. Yep, no. She's still got concentration even though she's retching and reeling.
Well, I'm just gonna fucking book it for Grinball. Assuming he's still there, which he probably isn't, but whatever. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Dashing. How can I climb up this, or is it like...
Yeah, just give me an athletics check. Should be a low
We're
DC.
not that great at this.
It's pretty low DC.
Yeah, we're fine.
Oh yeah, easily. You climb up.
Whew.
Do you see the
No, we're both-
darkness?
Yeah. Well, I'll go into it.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
I'd say you could maybe
Was it like
see.
magical darkness, or like...
Yeah, I think it probably is fair that you could maybe see like Grinball just barely retreating in, so he's like phasing into the darkness.
Yeah. Well, I dashed. I guess I could
But you
bonus
got
action
bonus
try to spell
action
him.
spells.
Yeah, I do. Alright, I'm gonna burn it. He'll probably pass or fucking counter spell me. Or worse, but whatever. I'm gonna try to mind spike him.
Oh, okay. He counterspells.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
That's what he would do.
But I had to try.
You can see him waggle his finger at you. We'll be seeing each other soon enough. My rune is the next one, after all.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'll be sending my invitation soon.
So sad. Little does he know.
Is the Skull-Lord's turn. It needs to fucking get out of here, but if it does, it'll get an opportunity attack. I guess the Skull-Lord will, like, disengage and move into the Stinking Cloud. Also, I'm pretty sure... Does it benefit from its own aura? Where the
Man, I should have cast Mind Spike as a 4th level spell. Then maybe there was a chance that he failed the check.
It's true. Nah, he doesn't have that. He's just gonna stand here. That's all he can do. It's Purifier with the spiky shield. It's turn. Oh yeah, he no longer has a protection from evil. Whoops. Onto that wall of fire. I mean, it did some damage. Spearfire's turn.
Alrighty. I believe this is fucking Epididymis.
No, Nicodemus is blue.
Oh.
Says, sir, you haven't asked their name yet.
Stir on an unnamed knight.
He has a name.
Well, I suppose he will swing at the zombie.
Okay. That misses and hits the bone arm. So let's see. 10, say 17 damage. And the second attack strikes true, dealing 13 damage. It cleaves into the zombie's wretched flesh.
That's it.
The zombie will retaliate and slam twice at him for 17 and 14 damage. So it brings both its arms down, striking Purifier in the shoulder twice, one on each shoulder. Purifier's
never knew his
knees
name.
buckles.
We never...
under the weight. Alright, it is Nicodemus'
Blue
turn.
man. Can he, like, get through here?
He can if he
Or is
takes damage.
Ultimately. Okay, so he's actually ultimately cut.
He will probably say something like, Chandri lowered the flame wall.
Yeah, he's gonna just sit here. Wait.
Alright, Chandri will oblige. She spends her turn retching and reeling and walks out of the cloud. Let's see, what's the Okay, we did her save a little bit early. So this turn is Eden, but next turn she'll be able to do something. Arias, you start your turn. You already made your save against this, right?
Mm-hmm.
There hasn't been another turn that transpired?
No.
Okay.
I'm still in the shit in the same
I did 3
place.
damage to something, and then I ran up a staircase.
Well, it's your turn,
Is
Arias.
this gone?
Yeah, the wall of flame is gone.
Alright.
Starting at initiative 0, there will be more talking opportunities. If that's
Hey, we're
what
almost there.
players will try.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a rock in a hard place, so might
it
just
is.
be.
Well, I don't know. That's just the thing, right? Is I don't like this fucking guy. The guy who
Which guy?
The guy who started this war. Account of whatever the hell I can't remember the name of.
Stalwick.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Do you
Okay,
do anything else, Rice?
Yeah. So, how well can I see this guy heavily obscured in the fart?
The Purifier's been attacking, and it's been attacking out of it, so I've just been kind of ruling it that stuff touching the edge is visible. You know how, like, stuff's visible in fog, right?
Alright, well, I'll continue doing the thing.
Alright, makes a physical saving throw. It succeeds. It avoids the Sacred Flame.
That's it.
Alright. Einswald. Let's see. Damage does this do again? And he's still concentrating on the spell. Yeah, I think I know what he's gonna do. It's pretty brutal, pretty savage. He's gonna use another 3rd level spell to cast Missiles of Vile Darkness.
No, not that again.
Let's see, you start with 3, so he would have 5 darts, which are all gonna go into Sir is not named right now. Well, is named. So 10 plus 10 is 20 damage.
It's 20.
I was kind of hoping that would bring him down. Unfortunately, my man rolled
This tenacious guy.
no 4s and 2 1s.
Just don't quit.
Yep, and that'll be his turn. It's the Purifier's turn.
Alright.
What the fuck is that?
Continue defensive. 2 strikes to the shield man.
Alright, one of which hits the monster directly, dealing 10 damage. The other one misses even the bone arm. Necromancer orders the shield zombie to climb onto the table, but first it's gonna take a step over and fucking slam Nicodemus. It then obeys. And Grinball fully disappears. And you can see the shadows slowly like returning to normal around you, Andrew.
Okay. Alright, it's my turn. It's been initiative 0. Now kind of turn around. Get behind this pillar again from him. Like, it doesn't have to end this way. Surrender the church. Like, Grinbold was a powerful enemy of the church. Surrender the Necronomicon and give us information about him, and we can work something out.
The church would aid my country prevent the Count's alliance itself from invading.
Kind of look at Chandri.
Thought it was barbarians invading him.
Well, he paid the barbarians.
It's barbarian mercenaries.
Yeah.
Chandri, can't really see her facial expression. She is unsure if the church would do this. She would say, I cannot make promises for the church.
Like, we could certainly try. Like, your ally has abandoned you. Your options are die here and the Necromancer gets destroyed, and there's no hope for your people, or work out a deal.
You can still do something for them.
He is about to say something, then the Skull Lord speak up. You speak with such certainty, but you are barely standing. You will be destroyed.
Full HP, bitch.
And if we're not, you've wasted everything, and your people get nothing.
Don't listen to them, Master. Their words are sweet honey, but they do not intend to help you. Only the power of the book can help you.
Like, dude, you're gonna listen to the fucking skeleton? It's not a character, but no.
Oh. Necronomicon.
The skeleton is as much of a tool of Grinbold as you were.
The skeleton, like, leans around the corner and shoots a fucking, like a burning blue skull at you.
Oh, yeah.
Make a wisdom save.
I pissed him off! Oh, it's a wisdom save. I thought 13 was the to hit.
No. It, like, automatically, like, phases through the pillar and hits you.
Fuck, yeah.
You take cold damage. Shriek in terror and run into the corner. Skull Lord then uses its second skull to attack.
Do I do it immediately, or is it on my turn?
It's your reaction, so it's immediately.
Oh, okay.
Then uses its second skull to attack the purifier, and then it retreats into the poisonous fog. Alright, it's Purifier numero 1's turn.
Unnamed 8 HP, man.
Yeah. Hardly knew him.
He definitely
I
needs
guess.
HP.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Perhaps he just takes the dodge action this turn.
Could do.
I feel that's probably what he's most likely to do if he were in your control.
Yeah, I would probably have him disengage and retreat. But that's not a super great option either because he's been hit by magic missiles already. It's not a good option. Or there's no good options here for him.
Shield man.
Yep, it's Shieldman Jones' turn. It regenerates some HP.
Oh, wait, did I not even get a turn? I guess I talked too much, but whatever.
Didn't you do something on your turn?
No. I was just talking to him. But I did talk a lot, so maybe that was my turn.
Yeah, okay. I think that is the turn. The shield
Sure.
zombie will slam a couple times at disadvantage at the man.
Miss.
Yeah. Then the necromancer would say, I would need guarantees. So it's not a guarantee that I will die here. But
Well, Indra's freaking out in the corner, so somebody else has to talk.
it's Nicodemus' turn.
I can guarantee you, personally, I will do all that I can. I don't wish to see the innocent people of this country die to barbarians.
And what does that help look like?
Perhaps mercenaries, a private militia, protection for the people.
You have cash to stop an army.
He's got cash to do something. I don't know about stopping army.
We have powerful allies in the church and the College of Granheim. We can work something out.
I think Nicodemus... Not sure
Is that the
which...
church?
Huh?
I think it's time to go for the fucking dude, right?
Yeah, it's up to you.
He sees a necromancer. Or
Yeah,
he
that would be
perhaps
in
he'd go
character.
here.
Either one makes sense to me. Leave it to your hands.
Alright, let's say one's the necromancer and two is helping the other purifiers. He swings for the necromancer.
Alright, necromancer cast shield.
Classic.
Happens every time.
It is Chandry's turn. It'd be nice if she could heal fucking dude who's tapped on HP.
Yeah.
She does not have healing word though.
He does have fucking warding flares that she needs to be using.
Okay. Let's see. When you are attacked by a creature, you can use reaction to impose disadvantage. That's a pretty good one.
She could have prevented several hits to the guy. I mean, before the fucking cloud went off on her first turn. She could have prevented a hit.
Okay. Brother. I think she will... I don't know, Scorching Ray the zombie. The big zombie. That is super injured. 2 hits for 6 and 7 damage. Is Arias' turn.
Alright, Rice will hop over. Place a hand on the unnamed man's back.
The named
and
man's
give him a
back.
Big heal.
Unnamed to us.
Alright. Heals for 30.
Be healed by the light.
Alright, I think this guy will just Misty Step up. Does that make sense? I just try to get rid of this fucking purifier that's on him. Oh, you know what? This is kind of cancerous, but I think he changes his concentration spell.
Two grouped up over here, huh?
Yep. And he just casts web.
Oh,
Web.
no. Alright, well, that's the end of fucking Arise right there.
Womp womp. So let's see, each creature...
Well, it's a deck save and then a strength save, so you're only going to be fucking wrapped up for one turn.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Hey, whoa! He probably has a 16, though.
No, it's
No, it's
DC
15, it's right
oh,
there.
shit. Oh, yeah.
We're good.
Well, that'll be on the start of your turn. Yeah, I mean, might as well, we'll just say. I need a actual guarantee and an actual plan of attack. Or else there's no reason I would help or relinquish the Necronomicon. The Zombino slams at Nicodemus. Missing and then hitting for 11 bludgeoning damage.
I think you skipped a turn of a purifier just now.
Did I? Oh, you are probably correct. It's Monica's turn. Yeah, we can do that
Monica
right now.
also saved against the web. She's gonna move 1, 2, 3 foe. And try to put an end to this motherfucker.
Okay. Bolt attacks miss.
Is this guy, well, what does this guy look? Is he wounded? Does he appear to be bloodied by any chance?
It looks ballpark bloodied, and its shield is in that same sort of like pretty fucked up state. The other one looks very healthy, as far as healthy as undeads can be. Yeah, it's the start of the round. Endra. It is your turn.
Do I need to make a scary save, or is it
No.
just unscared? Okay.
It was just very temporary.
5, 10,
Like a dissonant whispers, basically.
30, 35. Okay. Well, we're here. Can I see this guy, or it's
Yeah.
only like 5 feet, something like that. Okay. Well, don't really want to target him with an int save. That sounds like a bad idea. Fuck it. I'll hit him with the soil.
Okay. He casts counterspell.
Fair enough.
Well, that's one less problem for us.
Yep.
It's one less stinking cloud.
It's my turn.
The Skull Lord will laugh. Chortle. Is that the best you've got? Rabble, be gone! Make a wisdom save.
Is that a me?
That's Purifier right next to him.
No.
He ain't being gone. Or she ain't being gone. Is
Then-
it half damage at all?
Nope. And then shoots like a flame ball, which misses. Is the Purifier who's dodging, who must make a dex save at the start of his turn.
Got
Is
advantage on it at least. Now he's got advantage. He's dodging.
Oh, true enough.
okay. One
That
off.
sucks.
Sag.
Yeah.
Purifier's restrained.
Can she make the action to break out this turn?
Yep.
Just, what is it?
Strength check, same DC. Womp womp. The shield zombie. Fortunately for the person who is in the webs, has a different prerogative than being as efficient as possible. It is to protect the Skull Lord. So it will slam twice at Monica. Hitting once for 12 damage. It is Nicodemus's turn.
Alright, he tries once more.
We could relocate these people to the estate.
Big crit.
Yeah, it uses its reaction to block the crit, redirecting the
At
attack
least
to
the
itself.
shield gets fucked.
No, its HP gets fucked, not the shield's HP,
Fuck.
which is probably better. I mean, does Ender say that out loud?
Yeah,
Say what?
that we could relocate, a lot of his people to Drellis in our estate. Like, we have an estate!
We own a great deal of safe, workable land.
Roll persuasion check, Endra.
Okay, well, I'm very good at that.
Better than me.
Yeah, I'm good. It would be safer than here. To the north. I think it's to the north, isn't it?
It's far to the east.
Part of the east. Then I'll say that.
It's a good idea. Starve the bastard barbarians out.
See Nicodemus, or not Nicodemus, you see Einswald considers this. Did Nicodemus already go? Yeah, he already went. It is Chandri's turn. It's a little bit wasteful, but I think she'll dispel the webs.
I think it's worth it. Especially if he's thinking about it.
Is Arias' turn.
Okay. And 6. I swing.
Alright, Bone Arm Man uses a reaction.
Thunder Man.
It takes 11 damage.
God damn it! I will swing again.
It moans in a non-sexual way. Alright, you destroy a head.
Imagine they make it sound like party poppers going off.
Like,
I suppose
Yeah.
unnamed is no longer restrained, huh?
roll a d3. Yeah. Your name was mentioned, I think. Question mark. Okay, I mean, you don't know which skull got destroyed, but I know.
I suppose I'll give a healing word to the very injured dude
Sure.
and end turn. Biggest goddamn healing word of all time.
The necromancer will say, if you truly mean your words, then let's cease the fighting now as a show of good faith. And he will ready a
Andrew will
spell.
put up her weapon.
He will ready a spell.
Okay.
It's the
But I'll
purifier
say,
spell.
surely you understand that the undead must be destroyed.
At some point, but not right this moment.
Well, I figure it's probably very purifier-like to continue slashing, you know? I don't know. How is Chandri gauging this? I mean, I think even Arias, there's no sparing the undead. That's
Yeah, well, okay, so
a
I
deal
think
breaker.
take out the fucking one with the heads, but the other ones are under, like, orders. And they're kind of like, "Durr," just standing around, you know.
I mean, the necromancer will clarify. So that we can discuss the terms of the agreement. If it is satisfactory, I will order them destroyed myself.
And George was kind of like, sheath their sword. Like, get behind, like, you know, whatever railing is left up here.
So, purifier. I mean, Monica will look to Chandri. And Chandri will say, no matter what, you will be imprisoned for this. The wizard nods. If the deal is satisfactory. Then, does anyone...
Order them away. Order them to step back, and we'll sheathe our weapons.
We are in the corner. You must step back. You have this whole room. Be reasonable.
I think I meant stand down.
Yeah, the zombie does not attack this turn. Is Ender's turn.
Alright, well, I'll just stand here, and I'll just kind of go down the stairs and, like, you know, stand over here by the end of the table, or, like, near Chandri. I'm like, we can just talk.
Sure. What does everyone do during their turns then? Can, like, group up the initiative right now. Arias, what do you do?
Arias will sheath his weapon and take a step back. Sort of group up over here.
Alright. The purifiers will take a little bit of a step back. Skull Lord will, like, hiss at you as you walk past.
Flip him the finger.
So yeah, the initiative is paused. The necromancer will sort of step over here. And say, so clarify your bargain.
I go, my cousin and I, Arias, and I'll point gesture to him. I go, we own land and a town, near a town far to the east of here. As a large tract of workable land, undisturbed. We could relocate your people here. That's the best guarantee we can do. The greed of this count for the land that you're currently on may not be able to be satisfied, but we can at least get your people somewhere else.
Okay, and what of the lords that exist?
The lord that you would be directly under is the head of the church. His name is Henry.
No, I mean the lords of my country.
I do not know exactly, but we could work. We could try to work something out.
Do you have enough lands that accounts may be satisfied moving domains?
Kind of look over, like, most likely not. There are already nobles pre-existing there.
There is an alternate path these discussions may take. We should consider hatching a plan to directly fight the barbarians. Perhaps there's a head of the snake to be cut off.
The barbarians answer to Count Stalwick. I'm sure they have generals, but
Oh, right. The whole deal was that okay, I'm recalling. The count sort of gave them towns to fucking plunder.
Yeah.
So that they would help fight against what?
this country.
The fight against the barbarians?
No.
The barbarians are on the count's side because he just said
Right.
you can take whatever the fuck you
So
want.
fight against what country?
The country that this guy is from.
That's the one we're in, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I would just kind of say, like, look, on our way here, we saw what the remains of the towns that what the barbarians have done to them. We were from an area that was recently war torn by a war band of hobgoblins that possessed a Necronomicon.
This very one.
Of course.
Sorry, what was your response?
I said, of course it was.
Had heard of the hobgoblins rampage, the power the Necronomicon granted, and the legends were true. Says looking to the left and right.
Well, if you'd look over here, you'd see those responsible for stopping that arm.
Those were mere hobgoblins.
And yet here we are.
How would you propose
Grimbold
to...
has played you for a fool. The cult he works directly under doesn't have the interest of anyone living in this area in their mind.
They're attempting to complete certain rituals. It's my guess that they put you up to this to distract the purifiers and us.
That is not the full story. How do you propose to have my people moved to your estate?
Well, either we could take the long way, which is unpreferable, or we know a bunch of wizards, and if there is a ancient teleportation circle somewhere around there, we can move them that way.
They would be transported about a day away from town.
Farther than a day, isn't it?
If they're going through the college itself, it's like a 4-day march.
Oh, a day away from our town, yeah. 4 days.
Drellos.
For a huge amount of people like that, all on foot.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I would say that of course, that these people would have to fall somewhere into this whole, hierarchy of stuff. But we could guarantee that, they would have land.
The lords can perhaps bring their riches, and I'm sure the good Lord Henry would offer them the opportunity to buy stretches of land.
We know the he's not the count of that, he's the baron. So we know the baron of that area well.
Is
I'm
there
sure
land?
that even if would we know that? I'm pretty sure Endra would kind of know.
Yeah, Andrew,
I'm
you
pretty
know.
sure there's a fuck ton of like untouched land.
We're like in the fucking middle of nowhere. We're in like the fucking
Yep.
boondocks, right?
Basically.
Yeah. There's an insane amount of land.
So does Endra relay that to the Necronomancer?
Yes, there's a ton of land. It is a frontier. Even if your people did not settle in Drellis or our estate, there would be opportunities for them. Far away from Stalwick. And far away from these barbarians.
The Necromancer will say, I will not be arrested until the deal is complete, until you bargain with the nobles and make the arrangements.
We can begin.
Sure.
But let's have a ceasefire in the meantime.
Yeah. He nods until he'll sort of like gesture for guys to like move on the other side of the table.
Question: how powerful is this fucking count guy?
Which
Stalwick?
guy?
Or...
Yeah, Stalwick. Is it he's the count of this land?
He's not even a count. He's a baron.
No, the Count of Stalwick is a count. And one of the counts of the Count's Alliance, but the Count's Alliance, is a collection of counts. So he basically has, like, leadership over his own domain, stuff like that.
So,
look,
like,
Stalwick doesn't fucking strike me as the type of guy who gives a shit about the people here.
No, he's committing crime. He's offering his people to the slaughter. I'm thinking
This isn't his people.
It's his future
This
people.
is another... Yeah, it's future people. So he doesn't give a shit about them. He just wants the land.
Man, he'll probably be upset if all his future workers are, like, yoinked,
I'm
but...
just saying, like, this
Yeah,
guy
well,
is clearly... Like, this has to be a crime.
Yeah, but, like, here's the thing, is that, rich, reward people don't care.
Okay, but, like, is there no accountability at all? Does this Count's Alliance impose any accountability at all?
It can.
Like, is there a legal path to take here? Is something that we could put on the table?
If we
like,
bring up that, that
One sec.
Stalwick was...
While you guys are talking, someone's knocking on my door. 1 moment.
Okay.
My theory is that it might be more feasible to, take a path where we simply fucking depose this count.
That's going to take a long time. So what I'm saying is that in the meantime, we get all these people out of here and set them up like that. But then maybe we can say that, like, we would testify that, like, that's what this count was doing.
All right,
that the
Backish.
If deposed properly, it's supposed to be a quick matter.
Okay, but, like, it's going to take a long fucking time no matter what. Even if they just say, like, oh, you're not a count anymore, he's still going to have, like, loyalists and a bunch of people, and it's going to be like chasing Saddam Hussein around the fucking desert.
I see. Well, this is probably something we should bring up. Like,
yes.
Be like, look, the Count's Alliance, should hold their members accountable. Like, we will bring this to them, and we can have this count deposed. a lord can be voted count by the people. This is probably what we
Sure.
would want to happen in the background. If,
Yes, people are
moving
brought
your
to the
people.
safety.
This is going to be complicated, so I'm fine with
Yeah.
doing this in third person.
Mm-hmm. It's fine.
Basically, the necromancer is amicable to the idea of getting the people relocated, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like great, but it doesn't involve raising a bunch of necromancers, and get the vibe that he does kind of feel unsure if he could actually fight the 6 of you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I would, say that, we need to talk to the Baron of that region. But
Which region?
I'm sure we could work something out. Where we are from. Saints March Barony.
Yeah. Well, he is pretty much tapped on his sending slots.
Yeah, well, guess what? So's Indra.
I can do it.
Okay, hell yeah.
What shall I say?
We're attempting to strike a deal. What's the name of his country? Did we name it? We just missed
It has
it.
a name somewhere.
Okay,
I can try to find it.
but yeah, basically that we're reaching a deal to both destroy the Necronomicon and get information on the cult of Sturndrakal. But the people of this country that wars with Stalwick must be relocated, and we have proposed areas in Drellis, our estate, and the surrounding areas of the barony of Saints March. Like, asking if you would agree to that.
Mm-hmm.
It's more than 25 words, so. But.
So the writing begins. The necromancer.
Arias is sitting there with his eyes closed, and everybody's just sitting around the table really awkwardly.
Yeah, I mean, the necromancer will say that the party and him will need to talk to the lords of his country for such a bargain to even take place.
Yeah. How many lords does he have? How many people are we even fucking talking about? Is it like a county or is it a country?
It's like a County, I think.
2 counties? That's a lot of fucking people.
No, I said a County, not a Bi County.
Okay. So that's not that big.
It's not that many people.
So that's like Grey Coast. That's like about that same size, right? Or
It's
Grey
what?
Cove. About the same
Grey
size
Cove?
as like Grey Cove.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is around
So
that size.
it's probably like I don't know, 1,000 people, maybe a little bit more.
Definitely more than 1,000 people.
Sure.
We're talking like maybe 8, 10, 12 villages. Couple towns.
Sure.
If not more than that. So the writing commences.
Yeah, I gotta make use of these last 4 words real quick.
So, I mean, his bargaining will basically be like as follows, or his demands, his bare minimums that might
Okay.
arrive out of after some back and forth. He needs to talk to the nobles, right? Just to officiate this, right? Because if they're not willing to pledge fealty or whatever to Daggerfall, then it's like a non-starter right there.
Mhm.
While he's bargaining, he wants the army to still remain. Right.
Mhm.
Otherwise, the barbarian horde is just gonna fucking march on over and conquer. You can tell while talking to this person that they've got like a mind for logistics.
Mhm.
It feels like talking to a member of the college, but like a modern member. Not in terms of like power, grandioseness, but in like cleverness.
Yeah. We'll talk funny.
Yeah, so he'll like mention like half a dozen people that would probably need to be talked to, and et cetera, et cetera. Oh, there would need to be these many foods, and how long is the portal going to open, and et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm. I'd be able to give a lot of those details. I would, say that the most difficult thing to immediately procure would be food. But recently, trade has started with surrounding other counties, so there's much more coming through. And as long as that there is money or commodities to be traded, food could be procured for the time being until people could work land. But all the other stuff is like, yeah, the portal opens for like 6 seconds at a time, blah blah blah.
So what's Henry say?
Um, Let me double check. Reaching deals for Necronomicon. Henry will say.
He just goes like, no, lol.
No Giga Chad.
Yeah.
Penis emoji. 8 equals
Yeah.
equals D. Write it out, you'll get what it means.
Mhm.
My
That's
lord
very
has
good.
spoken. I'd relay the message. Lord Henry says he will need more information, but he is amiable to aiding refugees. Or rather, amenable.
I mean, amiable is probably the word I was looking for. The the Necronomicon wielder, Einswald, will propose that he go travel to the nobles, speak with them. Chandri kind of refuses this and says that he will need someone around him to make sure he doesn't just flee. Does the party say anything to this?
We must escort you.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say that I would be a good candidate to do it, since I could get me and someone else out of there.
Yeah. He is fine with the prospects of an escort. Should I advance the clock?
Well,
Yeah.
Okay. So,
who's coming with? I imagine it's Arias, but
well, it's slightly up to the party, right? Whoever is with him will be super on the hook. If the dude gets away, that is not going to be like a slap on the wrist situation.
I don't know who's got spell slots. Fucking Arias is kind of tapped. Does Chandri still have a bunch of spell slots?
Chandri does, but, you know, she will say that it doesn't all have to be done in one day. Right?
Or it does or doesn't?
Does not.
So I'd like to make an insight check for the situation. Do I believe that he like truly intends to speak with lords, or will he like look for an opportunity to escape? I wonder.
Sure. Insight check.
Big insight.
So, no, while talking to this person, you get the impression that this person is forthcoming. However, you feel a little worried for reasons that at first you can't place, but as more of the talks happen, you think that the Necronomicon has started to corrupt this person a little bit.
Yeah, I'd try to like offer him reassurance by saying like, "Look, the cult is well aware of the purifier's existence. You know, you were set up for failure."
Well, it's less of like when I speak of this corruption, I don't mean like this dude
It's like
is.
the one ring. You know, he's gonna do like a. I have damage. Ah.
It's not even that. It's just more like the person's darker, more like exterminate all life tendencies are enhanced, right? So like he wants like a final solution for the barbarians, but the like humanity of the person is still intact at this point, and he's willing to put aside that to bring the refugees back, right? If it can work out that his dudes can just relocate, then, you know. So that's just like a mild wild card situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's just in your brain, right? Like the person's telling the truth, fully intends to follow through on this deal, seems coherent, but is not 100% there. His skin is a little bit gray and pallid. Looks as though he's been starving a little bit.
Maybe you could point that out to him.
And he'll brush aside the concerns, like, that doesn't even make sense, you bring it up.
Yeah, well, I mean, somebody needs to go with him.
Well, I think many of us should.
Yeah, maybe like 3. Yumi Chandri.
Why not all of us?
Well, I mean, fair enough, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's acceptable.
Yeah, sure.
Go.
Why not? Let's do all of us.
Well, he
We
will
travel in
say
the middle and
the lords might be unconvinced if I appear to be like a total prisoner here.
Well, let's take, like at least 4 of us, and then, he can come back with his fucking big old shield zombies.
Yeah, that works for him.
I'll kind of look at Chandri, like, talk with her, like, off to the side back here. I'm like, hey, you think if shit goes sour, me, Arias, you, somebody else, another purifier, we can handle this.
Chandri nuts.
look, keep a fucking close eye on him. He appears to be a wizarding sort. Could try and dimension door away or something. If he does, just grab me and follow him. Can you do it?
Yeah. Chandri will basically say, yeah, I will not let this man get away.
But wait, Endra, can you?
Huh?
Can you cast Dimension Door?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's gonna take one person with me, but yeah.
Yeah, just grab me and go.
Mm-hmm. You saying go like away?
No, to him, follow. I was saying
Oh,
if
yeah.
he's a wizarding type. If
Oh,
he tries
yeah.
to Dimension Door away or anything.
Yeah. Well, he could dimension door 500 feet in any direction. I wouldn't know what direction he was going. But
Right. That's what I'm saying. Keep a close eye on him so you can.
yes.
If
Don't
watch
have
his
counterspell though.
hands.
Hope
Yeah,
Chandra
watch-
has counterspell.
Watch his hands or something, trying to discern which way he went. Perhaps his eyes.
Alright, then a deal, a sort of ceasefire will be struck. He has one other thing that he says must be done. That is, if he wants control over his army, he needs to establish that fort back. The ones you guys took out.
At the entrance.
No, to the south, the town. That was an important
Right.
relay. Right.
Mhm.
The players seem amiable to this.
To bring the armies to a halt, yes.
For him to reestablish control of the tower.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sure. I mean, we'll follow him there, but yeah.
Well, he
He
can
wants to
send
go up and-
minions to go take it up from here.
Well, I'll look to Chandri.
Chandri will say, as long as you are not summoning more undead. can bring this a little bit wider.
What is the purpose?
Of the
To
forts.
relay orders.
How do we know that you'll stand them down?
If we cannot trust our word, each other's word, we cannot bargain. But, if you'd like, I could show you the orders I intend to relay.
That would do well to establish trust.
Sure. So, over the course of this day, you will gather up some forces and order them south. With like a particular set of orders, like a Skull Lord must remain in the tower and must, look for the flags, etc., etc. And it takes like a very solid amount of time for him to relay this orders, and it is very difficult to understand for a normal person.
We're all fucking intlets.
I
forgot.
In attempting to sow some disorder, we changed a few flags. We raised a blue and then a purple.
Is that what we did? I don't.
He nods and says, if I reestablish contact, then that will be no issue.
I must pee. One moment.
Very well.
So that
Naturally,
happens.
If I see a different order of colors unfold.
Well, you're going to be with me. You won't even be able to see the flags. And then he goes and he spends 30 minutes or so creating a flag message. You can see he's created his own like guidebooks out of like old parchment. It's like reusing other pieces of paper. Of course, he can't even send this yet, but he will give the guidebook to an undead, just like a flag bearer. Time will advance. Guys will sleep, maybe, or at least take a long rest. Correct?
Oh yeah.
And in the morning, the necromancer will be like ready to join you guys. See, somewhere has like a undead Pegasus type thing. It's like a half crow, half horse. No, and he'll ask like who's gonna ride along with him, if anyone. There's room for one other person.
At what speed will you travel?
Can travel 60 feet per round, if need be. Up to 80 feet per round. But we can march instead. It will take days, though, potentially. Or at least a day.
All the purifiers have brought griffins, and we have a carpet of flying.
And we'll be
We
able
go
to get
by
there
air.
soon. Huh?
Yeah, we go by air. Andrew can ride with with unnamed purifier once again. Arias will just ride the carpet.
Okay. And you'll see him like suck the shield zombies into the Necronomicon.
What now? The who?
The necromancer. And everyone flies. So who's doing the convincing? Is the party going to just like step back and let
No,
necromancer?
Yeah, well, I'll let him go to it, and then any details I'll expand on.
Okay. Then yeah, it seems he has some sort of way to prearrange a meeting with the good people of the
Well, I would
remaining
ask him
settlement.
what was he before Count Stalik? This whole conflict.
I was a court mage. Second most powerful. My full name and title is Ritter Einswald. Before that, I was son of a merchant.
I see.
This is why I bear no last name. Unfortunately, the first mage of the country was destroyed, or killed. Initial conflict, Gable.
Let's say I'm sorry.
Sorry, repeat.
I said well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Indeed. If it were he instead of me at the Necronomicon, I'm sure would have already fought back the forces of Stalwig.
It's best not to think so. I think in could have been.
The problem with Necronomicons is that purifiers are always going to come and try to stop you. You can't possibly defeat the forces of the purifiers and the forces of the enemy you seek to defeat.
If
That is why
if I had
say
more
that some
time,
risk of failure.
if I was more subtle, I do not know if that would be true.
I don't know. There hasn't been a Necronomicon they've lost to yet.
So time will advance. Party will meet up with the nobles. Can Andrew give me a persuasion check?
Oh yeah.
Or I'll give you a because I can't really help.
Well, find a way to
Guidance.
explain how you would help, other than guidance, like with a skill. I mean, if you wanted to try.
Call upon faith.
Yeah.
It's the only other way.
Pretty base.
Well, that's a self only. I'm talking about
Yeah.
what skills would you put to use in these negotiations, in these talks. Like, what would arise as
Well, that
role?
you're like a holy man of the church. We're all church people. We're not Count Stalwig's
Yeah.
men. I feel like that's a pretty good fucking angle just by reputation alone.
I've spoken directly with Baron Henry. I forget his last name. Cadenson? Baron Henry Cadenson. Yep. He is very amiable to the idea of refugees. There's a great deal of land. If you have any questions, I can ask him directly now.
Sure. And the lords will give like a dozen questions, basically. But
Me or two most important.
Well, the gist of the questions would basically be as follows, right? Like, what is to happen of our titles? How much land would we get? Would we get aid? Do Do we have to swear fealty to Lord Daggerfall? You know, etc., etc. Stuff like that.
I can assure them, probably yes. Like you would have to swear fealty. And that's just standard of being a lord of a region.
Yep. And how many settings to use to sort of...
I'll use 2 sendings here.
Okay.
Because I can ask multiple questions in one, right?
Mm-hmm. Which we don't need to time about. The persuasion,
Okay,
Indra.
excellent.
Okay.
Okay. 18.
Guidance.
Yeah, give a D4
D4.
for guidance.
3. 21.
Okay, 21. Hits one of the 5-piece benchmarks, which is nice.
Yep.
Yeah, describe how you help out in, negotiations, what that looks like.
Indra or
Yeah, Indra.
well, I just kind of... I'll play a little bit more as a mediator between, like, the extremes of, like, kill all the undead and stuff like that. But, I would also say that, like, well, me and my cousin are the, owners of this estate. We know the college well. We could set up the transport if that's a possibility. If not, we could still work around it in some sense.
Yep.
So I'd kind of be like a little bit more in the middle. I'd try to be like a little bit more of a mediator, other in between the just like burn all the undead, kill the heretics, blah blah blah, and provide more like inner workings of like how like noble stuff works. Since I imagine Andrew would know that.
Yeah, okay. So smoothing things over.
Yes, yeah.
These negotiations will take some time, so I'm just going to add 1 day for the rest and then a couple days the day tracker, if that is fine.
Yep.
For a total of 3. But eventually it gets worked out. The 23rd of October.
Curious to exactly how it got worked out, but at the same time, I don't think that really concerns us all that much. It does a little
Well,
bit.
it's a lot of like locating a circle, moving people, into encampments, bargaining with the college, get them to open the portal for more than 6 seconds, setting up like wagons or at least like people holding boxes of goods to fucking move through. And so on and so forth. Communications with...
Just like the logistics of actually moving all these people.
Yeah, it's kind of a giant pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Your spell slots and Shannery spell slots are used to basically establish contact with the Lord Daggerfall and Henry Cadenson. And basically get a lot of back and forth communication that way. And it ends up working out that there is vast tracts of land and that they might be able to settle up. Maybe not over Drellis, but like in a similar region. Like closer to the council lines.
Some people might.
Yeah.
Some people might like come to rest in Drellis. Some people maybe might come to rest in like our estate nearby.
There's always,
but I figured the majority of people are going to kind of go other places.
I wonder if this might cause the revival of fucking, what was that town called? Something
Winnick?
W.
Oh yeah, Winnick.
Yeah, Winnick.
Possibly. Winnick is fucking destroyed.
Yeah, that is something on the table, but unfortunately undead are still there.
Yeah, well, once that gets to. Well, hell, maybe we could use this Necronomicon to destroy all those undead up there, and then resettle it.
Potentially. Though Chandri seems incredibly opposed to this idea.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, well,
I
like,
think I'm just suggesting things. I'm spitballing here.
yeah, no, it must be destroyed. We can. Kill
Well,
a bunch of
use
people
it to
with
get
that.
control over those undead. Have them line up, have them get their fucking brains smashed out, and then
Even
destroy
just
the
traveling
Necronomicon.
with the thing, like,
Yes,
gives
this
the
is true.
potential for it to fall into the wrong hands.
This is
We
true.
must destroy it the moment we have the opportunity.
Sure. I think what ends up getting established is there's this big old river that's right along the trade route between the Council Alliance and Saints March. And this river could probably have a series of settlements that would be governed by the Count and it's like a couple barons, right?
Mhm.
Who would just have Daggerfall as their liege lord, or the Viscount, I should say. Drellis will remain part of Henry's sort of domain.
Yeah. Figures as much.
But the rest of the river will basically belong to this Viscount. And that's like suitable to the Viscount. It's like a bit of a reduction of territory, but the prospects of like being along a trade route.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, and there's a little bit like, ooh, maybe we could have the land rights to the mine north of Drellis, and that seems like it could go well, but that's going to be like a future negotiation thing, because right now time is of the essence. Those gears get put into motion, then, you know, at that point, like the Necromancer, Einswald, I should say, Ritter Einswald, will like hand off the Necronomicon to one of the party members.
Ooh. Not Indra. Indra has enough evil things on her.
Yeah, I'll grab it.
Yeah.
Sorry, the undead fucking destroyed.
Before he does this, he'll like give the order to the undead.
Or the 66.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To jump off a cliff.
Basically. It's an order that he sort of had prepped in advance just in case he's.
Lost control or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never thought he would actually have to use.
Well, luckily Indra is the best negotiator ever.
Yep. Necromancer will reveal the information that he was withholding.
Ooh.
So.
Where's the notes?
Huh?
Where's the notes?
Well, I know what happened. Just in my brain.
Yeah, no, we're getting our notes ready.
Oh, okay. So. Fuck, do I actually have a name for everyone? Let me double check. Oh god, I think I have to look deep in my notes. Back all the way to the original session. Okay. Oh my god, what happened in the Reign of Screaming?
Fucking Alberto's character ran off with it to go fuck more prostitutes.
Okay. I Fuck.
Literally the most virgin playstyle imaginable.
Based.
What, just being like the guy who says he's gonna have sex a lot as his character?
Yep.
Yeah.
The guy who makes his character. Where do you go in town? The
Yeah,
fucking.
I like get a lot of pussy, but I like pay for it.
It's based. And someone's got to pay for it.
That's true.
Otherwise, they'd be starving Marvin.
Yeah, crippling the economy.
So, he was approached early on in the invasion, right? Like, a little bit too early on, like, the same day the invasion started, basically.
Yeah.
By two people. One of which he recognizes, or you would recognize as Grinball. Which you would describe and be like, yeah, that's Grinball. I mean, we just saw the dude in the room, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And another person who seemed to be in charge of Grinball, called Heinrich.
I feel like you've heard that name before.
If you have, then I have fucked up and reused a name.
Okay, that's possible.
This is a name you should not have heard before.
Gotcha.
And basically, this Heinrich offered him the power to protect people he cares about.
A very Palpatine of him.
Yeah. You know, he said that he is aware of what is happening. Fortunately, he could not stop it. But since it is happening, he had a proposal. Which is when he, like, conjured the rune of the Necronomicon, and then the Necronomicon appeared. And he informed them that this is the Necronomicon. It was used to great effect far to the east. And it could raise the armies you need to combat the invaders.
How long ago was this?
This was
Presumably, like after the Hobgoblin War.
this is after the Hobgoblin War, but like maybe like a month or two ago at most.
Okay.
Einswald would say that he seemed to have a knack for it, and using the Necronomicon came easily to him.
Mm-hmm. That's how they get you.
There was one catch. Einswald needed to fill a magic item for them, or like create one. It's a little. There's a receptacle, which you might have seen. It was the orb.
Yep.
Upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Orb of 1,000 Souls. I think 1,000 might be 100.
That's called.
Let me double check. And Heinrich basically told Einswald, like, he doesn't like that he has to fill this thing up. It goes against the natural order, but it must be done for his future plans, for he is in a similar situation to Einswald. And so, this would be a mutually beneficial opportunity. For the barbarians are already evil, already doomed for damnation, so it would not be innocent souls being absorbed. This is the most ethical way Heinrich could think of. Heinrich basically then handed off the duty of managing Einswald to Grinball, introduced himself, and so on. Grinball was the sort of communicator. That and like floating heads.
Mhm.
And Grinball was more like hands off, just checking in to make sure like benchmarks were set. Like maybe offering advice here and there, but ultimately seems very, very hands off.
Yeah.
Like Einswald barely ever saw Grinball and never saw Heinrich again after the first meeting.
Yeah.
And Heinrich, he would describe as like just a respectable looking human man, basically.
Okay.
The mustache. And then that's basically it. Like he could go into details about like how he came up with the flag language, and that's like not something he's ever had to do before, but these interests probably bore the party because it is like a little bit autistic.
Right, fuck that.
Yeah.
All right. Info received.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Where was it that... Do you know where Heinrich is?
Where who?
Heinrich is.
They did not give me that info.
Where would you meet him?
He would meet me. Or well, he did meet me. Then Grinball would meet me in my lair. He will say that he saw some lady with Grinball before.
She blonde.
I think so. Have to double check my notes.
I basically just asked him what she looked like.
Yeah, he'll describe Balara.
Oh, okay. There you go. Well, yeah, we've run into her before. Balara. I wonder what her brother's been doing.
Einswald shrugs, having no idea what you're
Trying to
talking
get the
about.
taste of dirt out of his mouth.
Yeah, well, that's more like talking to fucking Rias and Chandri.
Chandri will say, I have no idea. I haven't tried to check in on him.
What else is there for us to see to? Out of character.
Well, the mechanism of moving the people has sort of been like put into motion. You don't have to be present for it. And you are coming up to the time of the next ritual renewal. If there was something that you would maybe want to see to, it would be like trying to yoink some of the refugees for your own estates. Because you were talking in another session about like...
Well, there's that, and like, has Einswald been committed to prison? Like,
Yeah, he will be committed to Saints March. Like he's
With them off the
relinquished
handcuffs.
the Necronomicon, and
Yeah, like Arias has it in his fucking hands.
oh right. So with that, I'd immediately discuss destroying it with Chandri and taking necessary
Einswald
steps to do
would
so.
also express the rune of the Necronomicon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wrote that down.
Like that is something that he has.
Oh, Einswald has the rune of the Necronomicon?
Yeah, currently.
Ah, okay.
Well,
Well,
we
they've
have a
gotten
way
rid of
to-
one of those things before.
Yeah, we have a way to
So-
remove it. Will you submit to this?
Yeah, he will.
All right. Then everything is in order.
So, destroying the Necronomicon, Chandri will say, that she has already destroyed this Necronomicon.
Oh,
First one? I'll kind of raise an eyebrow.
Well,
Or is this like
Einswall
time has
alluded to
passed?
this, right? I think I even specifically said. Heinrich said that this is the same Necronomicon. That was
Well, yes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, no, we got that. And
Yeah,
we
but
got
I'm
the-
saying, like,
Chandri
before,
destroyed the one in
Back.
Winnick, and yet
Yeah.
here it is now.
and
yes.
yeah,
So perhaps you hold on to this one, like, get rid of the rune, then destroy this Necronomicon.
Chandri shrugs.
right. It sounds like Heinrich somehow has the ability to produce this very same one over and over.
Well, from the rune that this guy has.
Presumably, yes. It must be attached to the rune.
Would make sense.
And
You have the
Chandri
ability to
nods.
produce it once more with your rune. We can ask him directly.
I can dispel it and make it reappear.
This is the very same one we destroyed. Can you explain this?
You
Heinrich
get the
did
person
not
with the rune.
explain it to me. I didn't realize it was destroyed. Maybe
Well, it sounds to me like we didn't get the person who had the rune.
Chandri will butt in and say, "No, I slew that hobgoblin. Its rune appeared and dissipated into the air."
Well, we've had theories that the dissipation isn't the same thing as them being destroyed.
Chandri
It's either
shrugs.
that or Heinrich has some way of producing it over and over again. Or someone in the cult does.
It's possible that
Perhaps the scholars at the college or the church can figure out the true nature of this if given enough time.
Chandri says the scholars of the college must not get their hands on the Necronomicon.
Agreed.
Possible. Is there any other runes? They have worked on runes though before.
That is even more reason they should not get the Necronomicon.
Indeed, it's something the church can handle.
Those who play
As
with the
long as
Devil's
these forces
toys, Andra, are brought by degrees to wield its sword. And the college plays with these toys. They cannot be
They
trusted.
did indeed. Either way, as long as this thing does not pop back up in our backyard.
It might be unavoidable.
Then let's try to avoid it for as long as possible.
We could keep it in a vault in the church and hope the large man does not come back for it.
Well, seems a little hard.
Well, regardless, it seems destroying it doesn't really work, so.
It might be possible that if we expel the rune from Einswald and then destroy the Necronomicon, maybe it will be gone.
Hopefully.
Maybe. We'll take this information to the church and do what we can.
Worst case
We being-
scenario, and she'll sort of whisper to Arias, the Purifiers do have their own facility the book may be stored in, potentially.
Very well. Torb, have we gained a milestone?
Yeah.
Can Indra gain a milestone and a half for?
This is not hard enough for a
Facilitating some stuff?
milestone and a half.
But no,
Wait.
come on. She's talking it out. That is it within Indra's character. That's my argument. Is that Torb has gotten fucking. They're not. Arias has gotten milestones for spreading his religion and ethos and stuff like that.
This has
Yeah.
been entirely Beth's initiative. Arias has merely supported.
Oh,
That's
you're
my
right.
argument.
You know, sure. I would feel a little more strongly about it if you had like hit other benchmarks somehow. But I think, you did come up with a peaceful solution. You were there bargaining with the nobles, did smooth it out. I think it makes sense. It is like spread ethos.
I just wanted to get to
Yeah.
the max and 2.
I guess
Yeah.
the next question, is there time before the next ritual to level up?
It's in 5 days.
I see.
So I don't
Go
think
into like
there's.
the hyperbolic time chamber.
I mean, if such one exists, you'd have to talk to
Yeah.
college, though.
Yeah.
So if anyone knew about a hyperbolic time chamber, it would be them.
True. I don't know. I don't know how much I want to fuck with Grimbold's room, quite frankly. But if we've got the purifiers, maybe.
Where is the party? Can we find a stopping point?
We can find a stopping point very soon. I imagine the party would have gone to the Saints March or the college.
Yeah, probably.
One of the two.
With the Necronomicon, Saints March.
Yeah.
It would either be with there or the purifiers. They can kind of do whatever they want with it.
Yep.
Whatever they think is best.
So, like, a few things would happen in Saints March, which I will just do in third person now instead of going for whole ass scenes. So, Chandri will be talking with the bishop and inquiring about the thing going on in the other church. And with her bringing it up and the bishop, knowing of the situation, it does seem like a good 2 and 2. The bishop was maybe holding out a little slightly to see if, the party is going to go on one of their whims and, like, go investigate, since it kind of felt like one of those situations to him. But if not, then that'll be what the purifiers are doing.
Oh, let it be assured the cult has our full fucking attention.
Yeah.
Like we're on ritual duty. We were hoping the fucking, we were doing this to free Chandri up so that she may help us with rituals.
Yeah. Chandri will allot a purifier to you, but says, if a branch of the church has been compromised, it kind of seems like she should be going and fighting that.
Fair enough. And I think it's hardly an if.
Yeah, basically.
It might be possible to save a bishop from turning into a vampire, which, seems like top fucking priority these days, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm not making any more of those,
Yeah.
Hey, who do you think? What am I, chopped liver?
Okay, so you could replace the other bishop? He gets fucking
No, one
turned.
day.
One day.
Oh, no, there might be a vacancy already. Who knows?
Yeah.
So that's something the purifier is going to look into. They'll allot a purifier to the party. Henry will have a job, which is not super urgent. Like, it can happen after the ritual, but it shouldn't be too long if it's gonna.
Mm-hmm.
And that is potentially pulling Count Ager out of the Council Alliance.
Oh, it's like because we know that they're fucking cult compromised.
Yeah, Henry will say that he's gotten into contact with Count Ager, and Count Ager's been feeling like things are a little bit weird in his county, and isn't sure who to trust.
Well, why would he want to get pulled out?
Because Well, he wants to rule from hiding, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Have his, like, the dude that you have in Crusader Kings, like, run your settlement when you're, like, in hiding.
Yeah,
Or forget what that job is.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called though, but yeah.
It's like steward or whatever.
Mhm.
Sort of run the place in his absence. Because people are acting weird. Like some of his vassals are reporting late. And it just is like activating a spider sense, The bishop has reason to
then, so-
believe that it might be
Yeah.
connected with what's happening in the church.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he's offered his aid. The bishop basically says straight up, like, it might be that the cult is trying to compromise the council alliance, that they're trying to charm or otherwise mess with the leadership there. And that would probably be really bad, because Henry's not certain if his forces could fight Count's alliance army men, right?
Borderline, that almost sounds better than fucking stopping a ritual to me.
Potentially. But again, this is like a process and it's taking time. So there is room for you to go stop the ritual, right? In theory. Though it would maybe be risky, But the count has been talking with the bishop, or the count. The bishop has been talking with the count via sending. Is fairly confident that his plans, that there's not a way to track them right now. Right. So, in the event that there is this sort of evacuation, Henry thinks that, you guys are capable, can travel fast, can fly.
Yeah.
Just a reasonable, like, assumption. Though he's a little bit hesitant because you guys have, like, a chaotic energy a little bit. But he trusts you guys to not, like, fuck it up.
Fuck it up too bad, yeah.
So, what would the party's response to that be?
Well, I'd say basically what I just said before is that, like, that could possibly be as big or bigger than stopping a.
I was kind of talking
A
to Sarah
revolver.
in the meat of it. What is, like, in short terms, what he's asking us to do?
Like, basically talk to the count of Ager County. Either that or help him, like, move him to safety, or basically start the process of pulling them out of the count's alliance.
Okay. Talk to him to that end to get him out of the council alliance.
No, he's
No,
kind
like
of like,
escorting them out.
yeah.
Okay. Just to say,
Henry,
likely to Saints March or something.
yeah, Henry will
So-
be a little bit more forthcoming and say, I have ran divinations on this. Once the count moves, there will be an encounter with the cult. At least that's what I believe.
Well, then reducing cult numbers, I mean, it lines up.
Well, the part that concerns me most is that, the cult has always. We always knew that they would have to come back to drill us. Ager County is closer to Drellis than is comfortable. And even though we set up this trade network, that trade network also could totally march an army to Drellis under a compromised count.
Right. Well, I'm on board.
Cutting out the Ager County from that support and making it more difficult for them to actually raise an army to come to Drellis. would greatly help.
Right. And the rituals are getting rather sketchy. I mean, they are horribly prepared for us. All we need to do is wave the wand on the day.
And the next one is going to be a wizard, which we are already ill prepared to deal with.
Yeah. We were hoping to have Chandri personally assist us in these matters. But with the compromised bishop and all, it is probably best we spend our time on this affair for
There are
now.
other ways to strike back at the cult for this.
Right. Best to do something they're not fully aware we're going to do.
So the bishop will just ask straight up, so are you going to the next ritual site? Or should I set an emotion?
I think we need a little bit more time to discuss it and talk it over, but as of right now, I'm erring on the side of relocating the Count of Ager County Count. Ager
Likewise,
County Count.
I fear that a confrontation with Grimball could go pretty poorly for us. Especially when they can be so well prepared.
Mm-hmm. Even if we did stop the ritual, there's no... which would be difficult. I doubt that we could catch him in any meaningful way that he couldn't just escape from.
Ultimately, they're still unaware of the rod. This is a great advantage.
As far as we know.
Well, this whole time we've been quite careful about that information.
Bishop will speak up. It is possible that if they perform enough of these rituals that the rod will be meaningless.
Perhaps, but then why did they destroy it in the first place?
He shrugs.
If they could have not done it, they could have just done these rituals in the background in silence, and there would have been nothing we could do about it. But it was their first step towards putting this plan in motion, was destroying the rod. And the one person who really knew how to use it.
It's extremely speculative, but I guess it could be the rituals may just be a countermeasure for another rod like that.
Bishop shrugs and just says, I'm laying out all of the possibilities that come to my mind. But sounds like you've reached an accord.
Colt is quite strong in direct confrontations. I think it's
Right.
best to possibly weaken them in other ways for now.
And your
Perhaps
divinations...
once their guard is slightly lowered, we can strike again at a ritual or two. Once we are back to full strength, we can bring our strength and the full strength of the purifiers.
He nods.
And the other allies we might encounter between them.
My divinations, brother Arias, or my son Arias, are limited in accuracy because I was not sure when we were going to take action. The divination spell is most accurate, or perhaps only accurate, when discussing a plan of action within a week.
Indeed.
So,
when did you perform this?
Days ago, and because it's only for a hypothetical course of action, I only got a vague result that I might encounter an unforeseen powerful foe, or well, the agents I would send.
Well, very well.
If you have a specific time, and if I can arrange that with the counts, I could cast a sweep of divinations over a few days to get more accurate information.
We should strike at the ritual time, so the cult will have to divide their resources.
Nuts. That'd be 5 days from now. Would that be late enough? I know you were just on task. I think it's been a while since you were back in Saints March.
Right. Something I might suggest, Andrew.
Maybe
is
we
that
could
wait
go 7 days.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Might as
feeling
well.
a new muscle in my back.
Yeah, I'm liking that plan. Let's wait
Yeah.
7 days and then do that.
Yeah.
Sure. Then in 4 days, I will begin divining. Because I imagine the
Also-
operation won't take more than a week, especially with your carpet.
Yes, hopefully.
And if not, then you have the ability to cast the spell as well. Right.
Indeed. But I feel a new horizon coming for me. The 5th circle is close.
I could feel it.
I'm impressed.
Teleport is 5th level spell?
No. Teleportation circle, I think, is. Might be able to cut the college out of the market a little bit for yourself.
Yeah, pretty based.
Of course, they'd have knowledge of where the circles are. You don't.
Yeah, well, so we still need them for that, but then, I'm sure that they'd still be willing for a much smaller fee to.
Let you use their circle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Sure could learn it.
Can bards learn it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. They teleporting all around the map. Yeah, Henry
Binding.
will say, I'm proud of you, Arias. I always knew you had it in you.
Thank you, Father.
Just needed a push, like indeed I had in my early days, back when I campaigned with your grandfather.
Nothing gives me greater pleasure than to live up to your expectations, my lord.
Notes. I think we can end the session here. It's a little bit shorter, but it's like a plan of attack and everything. How you guys feeling?
Pretty good, honestly.
That's a pretty good session.
Yeah, I'm about to fucking geos some motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was looking at Geos too. Dude, there's a spell called Mislead. It's kind of cool.
It's a very minor sounding spell for a 5th level spell.
So you become invisible, and at the same time, an illusory double of you appears
Oh.
where you are standing. The double lasts for the duration, but the invisibility ends if you attack the spell. You can use your action to move the illusory double up to twice your speed and make it gesture, speak, or behave however you choose. You can see through its eyes and hear through its ears if you are located where it is. On each of your turns as a bonus action, you can switch from using its senses to using your own or back again. While you're using its senses, you are blinded and deafened regarding your own surroundings. And it's concentration up to an hour.
It's just like a scouting spell.
I mean, it kind of depends, but yeah.
Andra, I assume you're open to the idea of spending like 1,000 or 2,000 gold on consecrating some ground.
Yeah.
Because we can do that now.
Ooh. Possibly. I don't know how much money we still have.
3,000 in the bank, but we can always get more.
That is true.
Yeah, well, we've been saying that. I could get Dream, dude.
That's a pretty good spell, kind of.
It's a pretty good spell. It's
I'll
kind of
have to look
Endracore,
online.
but in like a different kind of like psychic way. But like you can contact people, I can just make them take 3d6 damage.
Dude, I can cast Flame Strike for real now.
A real Flame Strike.
So,
I can get
so
Modified Memory, dude. That's like evil, but like
There
really
is-
awesome.
there is one Tasha's spell for 5th level,
Yeah.
and it summons a Celestial.
That's cool.
It is the power campaign. Tasha's is on the book right now.
It's
I don't know
like
how
picture like a
hour
fucking
spell it is.
concentration.
Pantheon ass.
Here's the stat block.
Oh, it's
You
got
have
like
to
a
choose
stat block.
between Yeah,
Yeah.
you have two options: Avenger and Defender.
Oh. Well, let's see. So Avengers got a bow, which makes it probably better. Let's see.
Yep.
Large celestial.
2d6 plus 2 plus 5 radiant damage.
See, I could also just fucking learn synaptic static and keep blasting people, but you know.
That is
Yeah.
true.
It's got 60-foot dark vision, which is sick.
Or I could get Rary's telepathic bond.
Don't know how good that one is.
It's a ritual, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But you forge a telepathic link among up to 8 willing creatures of your choice within range, psychically linking each creature to the others for the duration. Until the spell ends, the targets can communicate telepathically through the bond, whether or not they have a common language. The communication is possible over any distance, though it cannot extend to other planes of existence.
Dude, this spell's freaking awesome.
It's like the heist spell. Like you have psychic
Mhm.
radios.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that is pretty good actually. This could have like a lookout. Just like relaying shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good level. So you enjoyed the session? It was a little bit of a lot of third person action.
Which is fine. I don't know. It very much feels like we actually made progress towards our goal.
Yeah, I think I might
Session.
like third personing it a little bit more than setting up scenes for complicated things.
I mean,
like
it
these.
depends. Yeah, for complicated stuff, I think it makes sense. Okay, wait. You know what we could do, but it's pretty sketchy.
Yeah.
But so Arias has that spell, right? That summons the celestial and ensures planar binding, which is a spell where you
So you have control of it for 24 hours.
yes.
That would surely I would lose some points with Arcadia, I'm certain of it. Like bro would get back and go straight to Arcadia and go, look, that fucking asshole.
Mommy! Yeah.
Yeah. Assholes like violating the terms of our agreement.
Yeah, they also have 16 charisma. It's a charisma saving throw, so
Big. Does the defender suck? It gives
Temp
2d10
HP?
temp HP. 2d10. It attacks twice.
pretty good.
Well,
That's
it's
fucking-
And that's its
non-stacking,
attack, dude.
right? It's
Right, but you
non-stacking,
Put
right?
it on dudes.
It's basically healing every turn. You can heal somebody for for a D10.
The guy's got 40 HP. 18 AC if it's a defender. I mean, it's potentially
getting
good.
1d10, it can give it to itself too, so that
Yeah.
1d10 temp HP just refreshes over and over.
That is true.
I could see it being good. But it has to hit, or can it just do it?
Let's see.
Yeah, it says hit 1d10 plus 3 plus the spell's radiant damage and his celestial control.
Yeah, so it's got to
So it
hit.
has to hit.
The strength is kind of low, so
Well, it's
you know.
to hit modifiers or spell attack modifier.
Fucking true. Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so it's
Just
got
saw it's
plus 8 to hit.
strength and dex.
No, and our proficiency bonus went up too. Well, when we level up. But should we try to level up now since we're leveling kind of early, or should we hold off until?
Should hold off until before next session, I think.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think I will call the stream here. Thank you, everybody who has watched it in the future. Don't think anyone is currently watching it. I hope to see you guys next time for the next Rise of Sturndrakal. Goodbye.